You know I never will make it by, and I can't breathe if it isn't you and I won't make it without you by my side. I can walk, can't stand, can't talk, can't fly without you and I.
Yo, what's up guys? I hope you're having a great day. Today, actually, I have an event going on. It's my first art gallery here in Chicago. It's at portra.app, and I have some actual work that's like going around here. I was actually pretty late today, but I had it actually set up, and it looks pretty awesome. For you guys who don't know me, I'm actually Saad Khalil. I'm a creative photographer and a filmmaker, and this is one of my photos. So I have some over there, I got some more over here, and I also have over here. But yeah, so it's pretty awesome. I'll take you around the area and show you other people's work and the progression of photography and other creative things. So yeah, let me take you around. Also for my Arabic viewers, I'm going to speak in Arabic. أهلا وسهلا، أنا اسمي سعد، أنا مصور عربي، أنا عايش في شيكاغو. اليوم في portra.app في عدة مصورين، وأنا اختاروني أن أكون أحد منهم. Hi, how's it going? Good. I'm actually just vlogging. I'm speaking like Arabic and English too, so yeah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So for all my Arabic viewers, كل العربيين هناك سلمت عليكم. أهلا وسهلا.
Great. Well,
Yeah.
rock on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so it's, that's one of the actually one of the people that are here today. She's like one of the hosts, and then yeah, there was another gentleman over there earlier who was speaking, but اليوم يعني في عندنا عدة مصورين، فينا جايين من أحد أماكن ثانية. في واحد أصلاً أجا من Ontario. Like there's Ontario or Toronto. He actually came from Toronto, which is pretty insane. Somebody that's not even from Chicago, but yeah, welcome to Chicago. But yeah, so we have a couple of works here, as you see. I'll take you through it and see what it's all about.
I won't make it without you. I'm so lost without you.
Hey everyone, my name is Dylan. Mr. Shutter up on Instagram. This is my work. A lot of nature and landscape. Recently getting into nighttime photography, low light photography. And yeah, just learning from the best.
So you guys heard it from him, Mr. Shutter Up. You got his Instagram. Guy's really good. How long have you been into photography?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half. Yeah, so he's been in a year and a half, you know, as much as long as me. Yeah, and we've been doing it for like 2 years. I'm really excited about your work and to see future work. Guys, go make sure you follow him. عنده شغل كثير حلو. من عدة الأشياء إنه عنده صور موجودة كانت في كاليفورنيا، زي ما أنا رحت على كاليفورنيا. في عنده يوسيميتي، في عنده كمان هون في إحدى الصور موجودة هون من فالي تبع اليوسيميتي كمان موجودة هون. I mean, and he has like amazing work, so I highly agree. You guys go ahead and follow him. It's pretty sick.
I won't make it without you.
So, my name is Rafael Torres. I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I started photography seriously about 3 years ago when I moved to Alaska just to work on my photography.
Okay.
I spent a year and a half there. It was supposed to be just 4 months, but I stayed for a year and a half because it's an amazing, beautiful place.
So, what did actually got you into doing photography?
Well, I'm a graphic designer, and at one time I had this project where I needed some photos,
Right.
but I couldn't find the photos, and I didn't have the money to pay someone to get the photos. So I just borrowed a camera and took the pictures myself, but something clicked inside of when I was holding that camera. I said like, oh, I like this. And then I shot like 10,000 bad pictures until I got to some point when I said, okay, I could do this.
All right.
Then
So, what do you think it's one of your favorite photos here? What do you can relate to as
okay,
the most?
from here, I would say that one. It's not my favorite shot, but from the ones here, this is one of my favorites. And also this one.
All right,
This-
I do like this one. Can you explain to me more about that one, actually?
Well, this is a beach in Ketchikan, Alaska called Buggies Beach.
Uh-huh.
This tree that you see here, this bunch of trees, they're like on an island just off the shore. But since in Alaska, the tides, the difference between high and low tide is about 15 or 20 feet. All of this that you see here, it's covered in water when it's high tide. When it's low tide, you can actually walk there and it's like at least 4 or 5 feet over the water. And I was trying to shoot that because since I went there, I fell in love with that group of trees, and I was finding a new framing, and I saw these rocks that were like at an angle, and it gave such a nice framing, and the backdrop, those clouds, that they were just amazing. And so I just went for it. I just loved it.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, I love your work. This one, and that one actually what really gets to me, and I think you're an amazing photographer. What would you tell somebody that if they just started, what they should do?
Keep shooting. Keep shooting. There's no secret to photography that is not keep shooting. Forget about the camera. Forget what camera you have. Forget everything. Forget about the gear. It will come. Keep shooting. That's it.
All right, man. You heard it from him. You heard it from him.
Thank
Nice
you, man.
meeting you, dude. I do love your work. I'm kind of holding your camera in the other hand. But yeah, no, it's really amazing. I do like your work, and his name is Rafael Andres Toros. So, and then what's your Instagram handle? Just go on if somebody will follow you.
It's RTARTEE_photography. Here's all my contacts there.
And the
you
QR
can put it
code.
there, and they can scan it from
That right there.
the TV.
Yeah.
And my website, RTPhotoCheap, that's in Chicago, RTPhotoCheap.com.
Oh, you heard it here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. كما شفتوا شباب انه الزلمه اسمه رافائيل اندريس توريس عنده مجموعه من الكولكشن هون. عجبني اكثر شيء هو انه هاي الكفار موجوده هون، وهاي ماخذها صوره في الاسكا، وكمان شوف انه الفريمينج تبعها زي كانه الضوء جاي وكان حاط زي darkening around the photo عشان تطلع اكثر bold، وهاي اكثر شيء عجبني فيها. And I think that's one of the most creative things here that I like so far. وهاي اكثر شيء اللي عجبني هون. في لسه اكثر يعني حوالي 15-20 فوتوغرافر، ما بعرف كيف كلهم حاحطهم فيديو واحد. I don't know how I'm going to put all of them in like one video. But I'll try my best putting everyone's in here. So it might look boring, but it's actually pretty good. Boring. Pretty good.
This is the end, a bitter end, a bit of heaven. So much we said, so much bullshit, I'm much better. No doubt we had the best times. Gotta watch you hurt me more times.
Okay, my name is Sayyed Mohsin Raza. I do photography, like mostly street urban photography. But if you ask me a question that what do I like the most, that will be nature photography.
All right. One of my favorites, as I see right now, it's these two. Can you tell me a little bit more about these two over here?
So this one is from a place called Neelam Valley, Azad Kashmir. And these are the Pneumatic Ghosts. Like they travel from south to north during summertime, and during winter time they come back to the south. And what happened was during this picture that there was a car passing by, and they were just looking at the view. so that they doesn't fall. So this
Yeah.
is the story about this.
So I'm asking you right now, like, what is like something that you can relate to from one of these photos, and what do you like the most about it?
So I grew up in mountains. I belong to a place called Ahmedabad. It's the beginning of the north of Pakistan, and I will always be a person from the mountains. Like this is how I relate to it because I kind of born in mountains. I am the true mountain guy. So this is, and for the photography thing, the reason why I started photography because my dad loves doing photography. So it's kind of an inherited thing from him. And then the travel perspective that I used to travel a lot. So I just wanted to share with everybody else.
Right. Yeah, I love your work. If you wanted to tell somebody that's just getting into photography or videography, what would you tell them?
Okay, for like the beginner, take so many pictures. Like take a lot of pictures. Come back, see them on the bigger screen, compare it. Like this is how you need to start with the photography. But then there comes the other details like the ISO, light, exposure. But in the beginning, all you just need to do is just go out and take those pictures.
I totally agree with him. Man, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Okay,
I know
thank you.
I'm holding the camera in only one hand and doing this actually face on. I really love your work. And we can relate because like he's from Pakistan. I'm from
Oh, we are brothers.
And,
Like, we are
we're kind of very close. And, yeah, I love the mountain goats. I love this here with the stars glazing. If you have an Instagram, how do you add it here so they can follow you?
So my Instagram is Mohsin Edge, MOHSINEDGE.
Okay.
You can
All
follow
right.
me on
Thank you,
Instagram.
brother.
Thanks, brother.
No problem. Alright, كما سمعتوا يا شباب انه اعطاكم الانستغرام، تقدروا تفولوهم على الانستغرام تبعه، عنده شغل كثير حلو. وكما حكى لكم انه اذا بدكم تبدوا في اول شغله او كيف بدكم تصوروا، لازم تاخذوا صور كثيره، لانه هي مهمه جدا انه تاخذوا كثير صور، لانه عشان تتعلم كيف تحدث نفسك وتخلي نفسك انه اكثر يعني بداعه وتفنين فيها. كمان في اللايت روم، يعني انا دائما احث الناس انه يستعملوا اللايت روم او لايت روم كلاسيك، لانه بيساعد على تعديل الفيديوهات تعديل الصور وتخلي صورك احسن. فيا خلينا نشوف، ناخذكم على جوله على واحد ثاني. Yo, how's it going? Dude, this guy is on camera. He's in your van right now. Yeah, so I'm actually vlogging this right now. While you're on a camera, I'm on a camera too. It's pretty cool. I love your work, dude.
Grew up in the north suburbs, lived in Chicago for the past 3 years, kind of in the Lakeview, Wrigleyville neighborhood. Loved Chicago my entire life. My grandpa used to be super into photography, which was kind of what made me initially want to get into photography. So I bought a drone, got really into the photography aspect of that and just kind of shooting urban settings, which eventually led me to buy a camera. For $100 extra, my camera came with this kind of entry-level nature lens, which I thought, why not? Might as well buy it. Took it out once and just fell in love with nature. Had no idea how much of it is just hiding in plain sight around Chicago, and kind of since then I've really gotten invested in discovering what's around me and then kind of learning more about it and how to, just things like that, everything around me, and kind of how to help promote conservation efforts and things like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. I see that you're very heavy on nature photography. When it comes to animals, you do like to collect a lot of animals and wildlife. That's what I see that you're into. What is like your favorite lens that you're using right now to shoot these amazing photos?
Yeah, so right now it's a Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter telephoto on my Nikon camera.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Mine is only like 50 to 250, but it still does the job. But yours, it's ginormous, I could tell. Because when I was in Glacier and Teton, I seen a lot of these folks. They come out here with like the 1200s and they're like bazookas. They're massive.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane. It's just getting used to it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, I love your photos. I do love the owl. Which one do you think you can relate yourself to the most?
Interesting. Relate to the most. I don't know. I guess there's a muskrat that's just like was snacking out a lot of lot of crafts all day. I really like eating, so I guess that one.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to see.
That looks like a beaver, if that helps.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's nice.
Enjoy a good snack. Yes,
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, the beaver is really hard to capture because he's always like, in the water or like hiding. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you really had to wait for them to like get comfortable staying above the water. Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to tell the photographers or videographers for their first time, what would they do? What would you recommend for starting for their first time? What should they do?
In terms of like what to shoot, what to buy. Just
like technically, like I'm a photographer right now. I would just want to shoot. Like, what should I do to become better?
I guess just like figure out what kind of subjects make you happy and then take time to learn about them. So for me, like once I kind of realized I was into nature, I took a lot of time to watch YouTube videos, kind of learn strategies for how to be patient, get animals more comfortable with you, not over encroach in their space, things like that. It's not necessarily so much about the gear, but I think it's just about kind of once you find what that interest is, taking time to really study it and learn about it and learn how to improve kind of that specific craft.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love and I agree totally with what you're saying. So thank you so much, JC. This is actually his card. If you guys, I'm gonna focus on it right now. This is all of his information, his photography handle.
Oh, that's actually not his card.
Oh, that's not his? Okay, well, I guess I messed up. Okay.
But there's his
where is
information.
it? Oh, well, it's right here? Okay. All right, dude.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, they caught this blooper on the camera. So his work is right here. If you guys want to leave him a follow. So yeah, pretty awesome. Thank you so much, dude. Sorry about that. I actually took your own car. Yeah, they actually saved you over here. They saved your bacon. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, dude. Have a nice event. Right, thank you. Yeah, so as I said, to always like to shoot more, be very productive about it, like take your time with it. It just is natural. I always say that it's the highest or the most important thing that you needed to do. It's to always shoot, edit, shoot, edit. It's just rinse and repeat and you'll pick it up. كمان حكيت لكم يا شباب انه هو الزلمه كان موجود هناك وحكيت معه اول مره انا اشوف يعني واحد انه هو اصلا مش موجود هون عنده اكيد كورونا بس الله يعافيه وكما حكى لكم انه اذا بدكم تبدوا في هالمهنه وتكونوا مصورين ناجحين ويعني او تعملوا فيديوهات انه لازم تفكروا ايش بدكم بالضبط من التصوير او يعني تعملوا اشياء اكثر مهمه لكم ولازم تصوروا كثير دائما وحتسوي اخطاء بس انتم حتتعلموا منها وحتكون تجربه ممتعه لكم فيا بس لازم ناخذكم على مكان ثاني نشوف ايش باقي اشياء موجوده. Let's go.
This is the end, a bitter end, a bit of heaven. So much we said, so much bullshit.
My name's Jared White. I live in Wisconsin. I've been into photography for about 8 years. And I mainly shoot landscape photography. I got into photography by doing weddings and other types of photography.
Yeah, so my question to you is like, what interests you in photography and why did you want to hold a camera?
Why do I want to hold a camera?
Yeah.
Well, I started in high school taking a film class, and that's really how I got my hands on a camera and doing landscapes and stuff like that. And then I just kind of went into the digital field of everything, and yeah.
All right, so what are you shooting with right now?
I'm shooting with a Nikon D750.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and also, what one of the photos that you can see yourself, you can relate to as much? What one would you say?
Probably the one in this one right here. It's just a very moody type of photo. And I feel like I can relate to that.
And where was this?
This is in Tennessee, at a state park outside of Nashville.
Yeah, I do see it, and I do really like it. I actually like that one over here as well.
This is in the Badlands.
Yeah, as you can see, it's
There's some mountain goats.
mountain goats. We did see those in Glacier National Park too.
Yes.
Yeah, they're everywhere. What would you say, like, one thing that you would tell somebody if they wanted to start getting into photography, videography, what they should do, what there's like first steps? How do they improve themselves?
Just get out and shoot. The more you shoot, the better you get. Get some good editing software as well. And yeah.
All right, no problem. You got it from him. Jared, thank you so much. What's your Instagram handle so they can actually give you a
My
follow?
Instagram is @itsjared.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, @itsjared. Okay, you got it from him. Well, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you got it from him. Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dude. Yeah. So as I said, that you have to keep shooting. It's the only way for you to get actually better. This event has been a blast. I wish I can go through everyone's work, and I'll try to get everyone in here as much as I can. I only went through half of it, but if I see anything else that interests me, I'll take it. But like I said, it's shoot, edit, and repeat, and that's how you get phenomenal photos. كما حكيت لكم يا شباب انه لازم تضلكم تصوروا وتعملوا الاشياء اللي انتم بدك اياها، ولازم يعني انه تخلوا التصوير، يعني لازم تصور تعدل، يعني حتكون اخطاء بس حتتعلموا بالنهايه. اوكي، فنشوف اذا في حدا ثاني. اذا ما هيك احنا حنسكر الكاميرا عشان نشوف اشياء ثانيه، بس يلا خلينا نشوف.
Facebook group for more information about that, as well as our future events such as galleries, and we'll also be having another event on July 9th, which is more of a portrait event. You'll be able to choose a photographer of your liking to take a portrait of yourself. So that way you can have a really cool profile photo. Who still has like prom photos as their portfolio photo? Me? I heard of me somewhere. All right, we won't point it out. But anyway, that's all the announcements that I have right now. Don't forget to vote. They want to get those votes in, and we want to see who wins tonight. So turn them in and continue to have a great time. Food, beverages over there. Reminder: alcohol beverages limited to 2 drinks per person. We don't want anyone having any car accidents after this event. So good times here, good times after. Thank you guys.
All right, so I have Damon here with me. How's it going, dude? Good. So what would you say the most that you like out of these photos right there? Like in your perspective, like after you've read the stories behind it and all the spiel, which you think it's the best that you like so far?
So I'm gonna have to go with this one, Lovers Under the Sunset. Even before I read the story behind it, right? Just looking at the people, like in the mystery, like, and them just kind of like staring off into the sunset. I don't know, like it just gave me like a really like a cool vibe.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree. That's how I felt about it. When I was walking there, I realized those two lovers actually sitting there and chatting, and I walked up to them and asked them, "Hey, do you mind I take the photos during sunset?" And it was perfect timing. And what would you say also that was a great photo that actually grasped, that blew your mind away?
Okay. So let's walk down here.
All right.
Another one that caught me. This was the first one that I like when I looked. This one right here. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Algarib?
Say it again.
Algarib.
Algarib.
Yeah, Algarib.
Okay. So looking at this photo, right?
Right.
It just looks like a guy like on a bridge. I can't tell if he's like looking at me or if he's like looking into the sun.
Right.
I can't tell which one he's facing, and then it's like the smoke back here. It looks like.
Yeah. So that's all the effects actually happening from the geysers. As you know, Yellowstone has a lot of geysers. There's about like 4,000 of them. And yeah, they go off eruptively. And so why they created this wood walk is for you to enjoy it without harming yourself, because these can actually really harm you and you can cause like a 3rd-degree burn. Yeah. So that's why it's not allowed to step off the ledge and like touch the water or do anything that can harm the environment that's already there. That's why it's preserved. Yeah, and that was me. I was the one that was just standing there looking at the camera head on, and I had my friend actually shoot it for me. I told her I was going to stand in this position, and she has to straight line look it up. So I was like, hey, look over here, do this, do that.
That's dope. Like, they are all dope photos, but those are my favorite too. Like, out of everything, for sure.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you that you're commenting and you actually taking the time right here and and you're explaining the photos and which one that you like the best. I do actually like that one, and it's one of my favorite. Do you know anything about NFTs?
No.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I know that NFTs are like, you sell digital art, right? That's like
Correct. So basically what NFTs are, they're non-fungible tokens. They're on the blockchain. And each one is actually individually tailored to the mint that you're going to mint, and they are recorded on the blockchain itself.
Okay.
So that's what basically is. So basically, let's say that you wanted to have a photo, but that is just one photo that's really rare. There's no other photo that's like this. Even if somebody else tried to mimic the same thing, it will never happen ever again. So it will be on the blockchain. It will be recorded as a certain type of different code, and each photo has a different kind of code as you are going to mint it. Okay. The minting process is very different. There's a lot of platforms like OpenSea, Solana. There's Foundation. So I know you've heard of Foundation.
I have so I don't know about NFTs. Somebody else told me about OpenSea.
All right.
I downloaded OpenSea, never used it, and I downloaded it. It started with a fee.
Oh,
but
wow, that's
I've never, I just downloaded the app based on people telling me it's different.
Yeah, so as a photographer, if you want to branch out more into the digital world and just be physically the first person to be doing it, there's a lot of photographers that are putting it off. But I highly recommend, if you're just been into photography for so long, that you put some of your work out there. Just because the net ecosystem started back in 1990s. It was very strange to people, and they didn't want to do it. But then when it went to 2005, it's a huge development. And the people that were first in there, like YouTube and stuff like that. And when YouTube became popular in 2015, 2016, until this day, the people that started early are the ones who actually, made all the profits and actually, and made a career for themselves out of, just vlogging and traveling and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. I really like sharing this information with you.
Yeah, that's
it just helps. And that's why I always highly recommend people getting into NFTs and just understanding what it is, because there is also trash people that are just putting stuff out there just to make money, and that they don't.
Yeah.
They're just hurting the community, and they're not bringing anything to the table at the end of the day. The thing about it is NFTs right now, it's almost like a community. So you could, on Twitter, you could be a part of that community. You can buy people's photo, you can share those photos, and you become very intertwined and happy with other communities in the same space that you are in. Open space is a good place to start if you're looking to learn more about NFTs. And people talk a lot about NFTs and what actually they are. So
I'm gonna check it out.
No, thank you so much, Damon. It was nice to meet you, and I'd love to showcase some of your work. So let's walk over to your table and then show me some of your work, and I'd like to critique some of that stuff. All right.
Right here. White tables right here.
Okay. So what would you say one of the photos that you can actually really relate to?
That I can really relate to?
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep. In what way?
Something that, grasps you I really like that. Why can I just go ahead and press the shutter button and let's see what magic we can make?
Yeah,
something that you can really want it to capture.
Okay, let's walk down here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with this one right here. So
I hate those.
Really? I hate them
I'm
too.
allergic
I
to
am
them.
too.
So it's your worst enemy. It's my worst enemy.
It is, but this is one of my favorite. Out of all of these, like I really like the effect of like having something clear in the forefront and you know like the background blurred out.
Right.
So like having this detail of I don't even know, is it a dandelion? Whatever it is, like the pollen thing.
Yeah, the pollens and the fluffiness in it.
Like having that detail like that.
Right.
I don't know. I just really enjoy that. So like even with this one, it's the same thing. Like how it's like you can really see the detail. Like you can see the water droplets.
Yeah. See, it's something really grasped me because like I remember when I was in Puerto Rico, if you touch these things, they actually move. They're alive.
Really?
Yeah, there are some plants out there in Puerto Rico. I mean, if you guys remember from my previous videos in Puerto Rico, if you remember, then comment down and let me know if you remember this one right here, and I'll know you for sure. But yeah, like I said, that one from Puerto Rico did really remind me about it because there's ones that you touch them, they're alive, and they literally react. They start shrinking.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's one of the crazy things about wildlife. But
one of my favorites too, like out of all of these, I really love them all, but these two right here are my favorite.
yeah, I do actually like this one just because it reminds me of carnations. They were like one of my favorite flowers ever. And I would say that one was also a good one. And that one I can really kind of relate to. But yeah, that's pretty good. If somebody was starting as a photographer for the first time or like a filmmaker, they wanted to practice or like they wanted to know where should they start first? What are the things or the signs they should look for?
Ooh, so I'm pretty new myself still, right? And one of the things that I'm learning is, first of all, I'm learning that I have a passion for it, and I'm figuring out what I'm supposed to do with that, right? So, understanding your passion and your purpose and why you want to do it, and like let that drive you, honestly, and just keep practicing, like really keep practicing because I was nervous. This is my first time putting any of my photos out, but like the people who are here are so cool. Everybody's just like, you know.
I mean, and honestly, you're very cool. You're very approachable. I did like that about you. Thank you for critiquing my work. As the same thing. This is my only first time that I'm here. This is not. And people, when they think I'm walking with the camera, actually work for them, but I don't. I actually vlogging this for me, and I love editing videos. It's something that I learned. I always push myself to learn new things, and those are like one of the things that I really like about myself is like I always want to do something different, and I always want to learn something new. And this is a message at all photographers and everyone else, and even like my followers that I tell all the time that you have to learn. Learning is a process, and it might take you like 3-5 years, but and eventually you'll get there. And that's it. So if you wanted to see, if you wanted people to see more of your work, where should they go?
Yes, right here, 22K Media.
But like Instagram, what would you say? What is your Instagram?
Oh, this is it.
Is it right here?
Yeah, 22K Media on Instagram.
All right, guys.
And my website is 22kmedia.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much, dude. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. Follow him. Give him a follow. He's such a nice guy.
Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. All right, cool. All right, now we'll move on to the next one. I did see some of his work. We've got some more, but I'm going to finish it off pretty quickly. And what I wanted to really say about this event is all about connecting and meeting new people. And actually, they have some free food over there. And it's just all about learning, shooting, going out of your way to do great things. And كما حكيت لكم يا شباب لازم انه تتدربوا على كيف انه تعملوا شوتينج لانه هاي اهم شيء. كما هو حكى عمل كريتيك على الشغل تبعي، الشغل كان كويس بس انتم كمان تقدروا تعملوا شغلكم احسن واحسن واحسن. فدائما انه انصحكم انه اتعلموا اولا، اطلعوا برا، اخذوا صور كثيره وابدوا. حتى لو كان عندكم تليفون you have a phone, you can use it. Go ahead, just go out there and shoot. وكمان تقدروا حتى التليفونات اللي عندكم هالايام تقدر تعمل a high resolution او JPEGs او JRAWs يعني RAWs وتقدروا تعملوها تاخذوها تعملوا edit عليها. You can shoot with your phone nowadays and the phone quality is superb, and you can also shoot in RAW. That's what I heard from iPhones. Like phones are getting so progressive. So yeah, without further ado guys, this is the end and I'm signing out. Peace.